We are at the Nuria stand. And Nuria, as we always say, are our partner in this podcast. This podcast today, What's on Your Shelf, was coming to you from the Surrey Center at the 25th Nairobi International Book Fair. And today, as we always say, Nuria is the home of African books. And here, even as we are interacting with the book, I'm here with an author. Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
very fine. How are you?
You are the author of this book,
Yes, I am.
Benny and Griffin.
Benny and Griffin.
So, kindly introduce yourself, tell us your name, what you do, and tell us something about this book.
Okay. My name is Bill Kinaro. I am an author. I'm also a student of finance and economics. I think that pretty much sums up what I am.
Yeah.
But this is my first book, the first of many, I hope. The book is basically a story about civil war. Hypothetical countries. I didn't want to go down the bureaucracy of speaking about my country or any other country, so I just decided to, create my own, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would you say has been your biggest learning in the process of authoring this book?
I think patience. You have to be patient for
Uh-huh.
sales, for things to happen, for things to fall in place, for you to understand how things work. You just have to be patient. Yeah, I think that's my biggest lesson: patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benny and Griffin.
Yeah.
Tell us the idea behind the story.
I think growing up, I've always been a good writer, not to brag. So it's a book I wrote when I was 15, published.
When you were 15.
Yeah, so published when I was 19.
Wow.
So something
I
that
was tempted to ask you then.
how old I am.
Yes.
Well, let's keep that. Let's keep that underwater.
But you
For the
published this
meantime.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So
Okay,
I
when
mean,
you were-
if you add that up,
Okay.
you can.
All right.
I mean, you can
We
tell.
won't ask you how
Yeah.
old you are. But just get to what got you interested in writing? What is it that got you interested in doing a book?
I mean, I tell people this is not something that I never really thought I'd be an author before this. But as I said, I mean, writing has not been that hard for me. I think this was a story that began, and as I just started writing, I mean, at one page to another, and then, I mean, so many pages in, you realize, oh, wait, this is something. So I think in that moment, I knew I wanted this to be a book. But I've always enjoyed writing. It's something I love doing, to sort of like help to address issues that I like. May it be food. I like food, by the way.
Oh, you like food?
The sports.
What's your favorite food?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say, but I mean, I just love
You have
good,
several favorites.
good food. Good food. Let's just say good food.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But essentially, writing is more of a hobby that became a craft that you can earn from. Yeah.
Yeah. The process of publishing,
Yeah.
and then you've ended up with now a complete project.
Yeah.
Transitioning into now the business side. You're a student of business.
Yes.
I want to believe that you have all the best business decisions. How has the business side of this project worked for you?
I mean, with a book, before it comes out, there's so much invested in it. Time. But I mean, now on the money side, you have to pay an editor. You have to pay a guy to design your cover page. You have to pay a guy to sort of like lay the book out for you. So even before like you have the final product, you've already incurred so many costs. Then comes your biggest cost yet, which is going to be the publishing cost.
Yeah.
So I self-published. So this is a cost that I foot myself.
So today I want to understand, and I'm sure very many people want to understand.
Yeah.
Today, when we were speaking, when we were taking tours here, we
Yeah.
met a lot of publishing firms.
Yes,
And you're self-publishing.
self-published.
Make us understand, what is self-publishing?
I mean, self-publishing is where you are sort of like the publishing house yourself. So marketing, you, printing, you, sales, you, everything starts and ends with you.
You.
So you sort of like find your way to bookshops, argue out your case. I mean, Nuria, for example, I mean, a solace for self-published authors because it's so easy to stock with them. But now the problem with traditional publishers that you've met today is there's a lot of, as I said earlier, bureaucracy. So many steps to follow, and then your manuscript needs to be approved. Once they approve it, they're going to have you make a few changes here and there, and then I think the time and the royalty split is where the problem comes. So you find that they'll take a huge chunk of the royalties because they'll say, or they'll argue, they market, they print.
Yeah.
So you only get us the like very little of the book. But again, I just didn't. I decided to go self-publishing because it's what made sense at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did Nuria assist you in this journey? What would you say they've helped you with as an author?
I mean, first, Nuria is the only bookshop I'm in, I think. Yeah. There's just an ease that is with Nuria, that you could come and in a few minutes you're done and your book is stocked with them. But again, it leaves you the burden of marketing. But again, you have sort of like a platform where it's sold. They're online. They have a presence on social media, which is great. I've made a few sales with them, which I don't mind, which is great. It feels like their terms are a bit more flexible for a self-published author as compared to other bookshops. Yeah.
What's your hope as you journey into the next phase of your authorship journey?
I think my biggest goal has been to be a bestseller, and it still stands. I want to be a bestseller. New York Times, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Kenyan bestselling author, I don't know, but a bestseller in one way or another. That would be very validating.
At least people are researching a lot on finance, so
Wow.
there's something in there.
Well, I don't think I'm a non-fiction writer, but we'll see. I never say never.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bill, the author of this. This is his first title.
Thank you.
Check him out. He's also publishing and selling at Nuria. We're here at the Study Center. So, Bill, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.